Hey everyone, welcome back to Better Western Mass.
Today, Stan Prager is here to help us out with all our new Christmas presents. So Stan, what are we focusing on? What's the hot new hackable item?
Everything.
Okay, great.
In fact, the phone's been ringing since we opened on Thursday at GoGeeks for people who received all these new things. And some of it is they don't know what to do with it, and some of it they want to make sure that they're doing it correctly to protect themselves because
So
of all
you're
these.
teaching people?
Well, we provide some advice. We
Okay.
also go out to people's homes and install things. People bring things in. So it's kind of, a variety of different things that we offer. But essentially, the biggest thing this year is that, of course, any new tech device you get is a smart device.
Right.
Whether it's a light bulb or it's a refrigerator or it's a microwave or it's a tablet, whatever it is, it's going to hook up to your home Wi-Fi. So the biggest stumbling block for a lot of people is they may not know their Wi-Fi password. That's a problem.
That's a problem. And I know too, sometimes I got my mom a smart TV for Christmas, and it's tough because if you don't remember the Wi-Fi, you can't connect, and you can lock out on the smart device. You try so many times with the wrong password, and then you have to wait
Exactly.
a long time.
Yeah, so this is a really good time of year for many people maybe to get their router reset,
Yeah.
and we do that as well.
Yeah.
But that's one of the issues, if you can't locate your Wi-Fi password. And then the other issue is, of course, once you've connected this device, how secure is this device? So this is a good time also to think about, should you look into your router security? We've talked about this in the past. A lot of routers have like the default user and password from the manufacturer.
Right.
So it's like admin password. So any hacker could just get into your router and could get into through your smart devices. So that's part of it. The second thing is the devices themselves often don't have really good security on them. So you may want to look into that. In some cases, you want to change the default passwords on the device. Because something like a smart light bulb, believe it or not, can be a real entry point into your home.
Right, and nowadays with Rings, Alexas, there's so many devices. How do you suggest, Stan, handling them all and making sure all of them are secure?
Well, the biggest thing, number one, is you make sure your router's secure. The second thing is familiarize yourself with it. Sometimes the easiest thing to do is, the easy setup guide, and you do that. And I'm not going to tell people not to do that because you're excited to use the item. But then maybe within the next couple of days, go back, read the thicker book of information or the PDF that you can download and find out how, does the device have the latest security updates on it? That's one of the biggest problems. It's been shipped, maybe it's been sitting in the factory for a year. You got it, right? It doesn't have the latest updates, so all the latest security's on there, not on there. And then again, it's default passwords. There's a default password on there. You want to change that because anybody could just Google that item and find out what that default password is. On the TVs, the biggest concern is that all the new TVs, or a lot of them, have cameras and microphones on them.
Right, that's a little scary. We should cover the camera again.
It can be, yeah. So one way you could do is you could go into settings and disable the microphone and the camera if you're concerned about it.
Okay.
Or there's a foolproof, old school analog way to do it and take electrical tape and put it over the camera. I highly recommend that. It may not be the most attractive way to go, but you know what? It's foolproof.
It's easy.
No one can beat that,
Right.
okay? Another thing that parents should really be concerned about is a lot of smart toys today. Almost everything's a smart toy, right? Your daughter or son gets some kind of action figure or doll, and it can upload information about them to the internet. Find out what the security is on that device. Find out what information it's asking from your child.
Right.
Because predators, unfortunately, can use these as a vehicle to prey upon your children. So that's really important, And finally, just make sure that you are doing the due diligence to find out what you can do for yourself and where you need to bring in a professional like GoGeeks to help you. That's the most important thing.
So it's a whole array of different products that we need to focus on, and make sure you're doing that before you set it up and just go.
Absolutely. Don't just set it up and press the button and forget about it. That's my best advice.
Stan, thanks so much. An exciting time of year, but you certainly want to make sure your devices are protected before using them. We
Absolutely.
appreciate you coming on today.
Nice